Hi, very good afternoon. My name is Ajmal. I am from Rewaq Educational Institute Dubai. And first of all, I welcome all you to the presentation for advanced training for electronics and communication engineers to find a better core job in electronics and communication field. So we have some more participants are joining. So we keep the registration open for some more time. By the time you can register your email address and mobile number in the chat box so that we can send the relevant documents like presentation after the meeting hour. Okay, so I hope I am audible. Could anyone please tell me, is there any problem with my audio? Anyone, could you please comment? Are you facing any problem for the audio? Okay. Please please unmute yourself and just let me know whether is it audible or not. You can unmute yourself and tell me whether I'm audible or not. Is there any problem with the audio or not? Okay.
Audio is good.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. So you can keep muted yourself, and once if you have any questions, you may raise your hand or you may unmute yourself and you can answer. Okay. So let's start the topic. Once again, I'm welcoming all to the session. So today's session, we're going to discuss about the different job opportunities, the core job opportunities for electronics and communication engineers in different fields. Okay. So I just want to know whether you guys have right information about the communication engineering field. I believe you guys have finished your electronics and communication graduation or BTech or MTech or BE or ME, whatever from the relevant universities from different countries, either India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or anywhere. So you just want to get into the job which is suitable for you and which is core for you. I just want to identify some of the job opportunities and how you can reach to those kind of jobs. Okay, I just want to explain about that. Before that, let me explain to you about Rewaq Education Institution. Rewaq Education Institution as a 28 years old institution which is working in Dubai and UAE, United Arab Emirates, which is serving the country since 1992, and we have produced many graduates from these institutions, and we give training for around 300 to 500 people, 300 to 500 people on daily basis, sorry, yearly basis. Okay, so this is it, and we are ISO 9000 company, and which is under Dubai government. This company is under Dubai government. Okay, let's move to our core section. Okay, so maybe you guys have heard about the job opportunities for electronics and communication engineers after your graduation. So I am just identifying some of the fields, some of the industries you may hear about those industries, some of the industries you may not hear about those kind of industries. I'm just giving you a brief. So telecom companies, you may know about telecom companies in your country, whichever the country you are residing. You may hear about telecom companies like BSNL, Etisalat, PTCL, or many kind of companies. So this is one of the top sector or the most competitive sector where an electronics and communication engineer can get their profile or get their job. Telecom companies, telecom, when you are telling telecom companies, there are landline services, internet and mobile communication services, and this is common to everyone. I mean, whoever we are asking, I mean 90% of the guys know about the job opportunities related to those fields. So in this domain also we have governmental sectors and private sectors, and the governmental sectors, the job opportunity and the hiring or recruitment will be through some competitive exams. But for in private companies, the job opportunities will be based on the merit or the experiences. Okay, so this is one of the top field I just want to identify for you guys. Telecom companies, then oil, and so we will describe about all these companies in the next coming slides. Okay, and oil and gas industries, everybody know about oil and gas industry. The oil or gas will be taken from oil well and which will be sent to the refinery and which will be refined and will be sold to the customers like us. So in these companies, all the industries you go, you can find the communication network or the control system network will be the core and heart of the those industries. So oil and gas industry having a very good vast communication network. So that field having large number of openings which you may not notice, or may, if even if you notice, you may not get into that industries because you don't know what is the jobs there, what are the scope of an electronics and communication engineers in this segment or the industry. So there is a huge opening for oil and gas industry, for electronics and communication engineers, as instrumentation engineers, as telecommunication engineers, as commissioning engineers, and wide varieties. Then coming to the utility sectors. So what are the utilities? Anything which serves our lives, we can call it as a utilities. An electricity company is a utility. A telecom company is a utility, and water authority is a utility, a municipality, that's a utility. So I'm talking about majority, mainly the water and electricity companies. So in electricity and water company having a very good communication network, a lot of guys are placing in utility companies like Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, ADDC, Saudi Electric Company, Kahrama, KACP. So many companies, they have very good communication infrastructure. As I told you in the beginning, any industry they want to sustain, they need to have communication network. Communication is the heart or core of each kind of industries, whether it is industry or the manufacturing plant or whatever. So utility industry having a large number of requirement and openings. Okay, so the next one is hospitality industries. In hospitality, what are the hospitalities? Hotels, resorts, buildings. So in high rise buildings or hotels, you maybe you are residing in a villa, and a villa kind of setup. There are high rise buildings and hotels and resorts. They were having high number of security systems, access controls, fire lamps, Wi-Fi, audio-visual systems. So all the things in this kind of buildings, if you go to some high-rise building, you will find many ELV equipments. What do you mean by ELV? The extra low voltage systems or the security systems. What are the security systems you can see in the buildings? It can be fire lamps. It can be security systems like access control, CCTV, biometric systems. Okay, so building management system. So these kind of networks or the systems will be installed or maintained by electronics and communication engineers. So hospitality industry having a large number of requirement. Then coming to the airport field, when you coming to the airport or the aviation, when you go to some airports, all the airports are working on radars, communication network. When you go to the airport, you can find the display boards and the radar systems and the passive network, Wi-Fi, security systems everywhere, fiber optic network, and the core routing and networking circuits will be there in the airports and the seaport and construction and infrastructure. So a lot of construction is going in the country or around us. So whenever the construction is going on, the ELV systems or the security systems installation will be done along with the construction. So in the construction phase itself, they will start installing the ELV systems like CCTV, access control, and fire alarm kind of things. So when you come into the medical services, so another industry, medical services, when you go to some multi-speciality hospitals, you can find a lot of communication infrastructures in that hospitals, because nowadays all the hospitals are digitalized. You can book your appointment through your telephones. When once the appointment is made, when you register in the reception, you may send it to the relevant counters. Okay, when you go to the counters, there will be display boards and there will be mass counting machines. Okay, so those kind of things will be there, and you can see your patient information while sitting in your home with the help of Internet of Things or IoT. So this is one of the core segment, or the hospital is one of the major area where you can find your job profile as communication engineers. Then coming to the transportation field. Okay, so when you go through the roads, you can find many cameras which is counting the speed of the vehicles. Whenever you're making a, a false signaling, or if you're over speeding, the radar camera will flash and the ticket will come to your home. So there are radar cameras, signal systems, everything which is working with the help of communication. So there also you have an opportunity to work as a communication engineer in the transportation field. When you're coming to the marine navigation, there are ship and shipyards which is working on the principle of satellites. They are going to the sea and they are communicating to the land through satellites. So satellite communication will be there. And the last, or the second last item, IT and networking. A lot of companies, they are doing the networking. Okay, the networking companies, they do core networking for installing routers, switches, making Wi-Fi network, a wireless network. So this will be done by the networking. So an electronics and communication engineer who can work as a network engineer as well. The last and the most successful industry right now for the electronics and communication engineer, IoT, Internet of Things. All the things which you are seeing now is working with the help of internet. Even now we are talking, I am sitting in Dubai, you guys are watching me from different part of the world. With the help of IoT, I log into the Zoom and I connected to my router, which is provided by Etisalat, and you guys are connected to the Zoom from different internet provider. At the end of the day, we all are connected to a server which is sitting in China, which is Zoom server. Okay, so this is with the help of internet we're doing this meeting. So you're ordering food through Zomato, Uber, you're booking hotels, you're seeing your results, exam results, everything is working with the principle of IoT. So if you want to work in IoT field, you want to study about IoT, what are the components of IoT, how it is working, what are the application side, what are the softwares need to be studied, how the networking will be done, how it will be implemented. Any industry can be, what are the industry we can automate using IoT. This can be done with the help of IoT. So these are the brief about the industries. Let us go to each industry and let's see what are the components, or what are the core job profile in those industries. Okay, so telecom companies, I think you guys doesn't require an explanation. Everybody is using telephone, internet, mobile communication. So it's a huge job area where you can find your core job as a communication or a telecommunication engineer. Okay, do you have any questions? And I thought we'll have the question answer section at the end of the section. Okay, in between, if you have any questions, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and you can answer, you can ask the questions. Okay, let's move to the next industry, which is so telephone. I just differentiate between internet services and the mobile services. So we have internet, landline, and the mobile communication network. Nowadays, the 5G is also coming into the picture. Okay. So oil and gas industry. I told you what are the core job opportunities related to oil and gas industry. So in oil and gas industry, the oil wells or the gas wells will be situated in different part of the desert or in the sea itself. So usually what happen, from the well, the oil or the gas will be taken, and which will be supplied to the refinery using pipelines. So the pipeline will be last for around 300 kilometers or 400 kilometers. Sometimes it is more than 1,000 kilometers. So whenever you are transmitting the oil or the gas through the pipeline, you need to have instrumentation systems. So these instrumentation details need to be sent to the control room where you are monitoring the oil and gas well and the pipelines. So you need to work with instrumentation engineer. You need to work with SCADA engineer, because the information. So what is the duty of a communication engineer? The communication engineer's duty is to traffic or transfer information from one location to another, whether it can be analog information or digital information. As a communication engineer, our duty is to transfer or traffic. Usually we call it as traffic. We need to transfer the traffic from one location to another. Okay. So in oil and gas field, there will be oil well, gas well, refineries, gas plants. So there will be control systems and telephone systems, security systems, fire alarm system will be used in those kind of industries. Okay. So we will be having fiber optic network, copper cable network, and core routing IP based networks as well in oil and gas industry. So we need to have an idea about communication, networking, some of the passive and some of the active systems to get job into the oil and gas industry. So many companies, those who are working only for the oil and gas companies like Saudi Aramco, ADCO, Qatar Petroleum, Oman PDO, they have definite contractors. They are working for these companies. So these companies, the contractors of these companies will only hire the people who has the real experience on the oil and gas systems, or the guys who have an idea about these systems. Those who have a skill and an idea about oil and gas systems. So the oil and when you are before you're going to work in an oil and gas company, you need to attain certain uh, certifications programs. Okay. So that need to be achieved. Okay. So this is all about the oil and gas industry. Okay. So when we are coming to, so this is some of the oil and gas pictures you can see. So we'll be having control room and control systems, fiber optic network, so many things. Okay. There will be PLCs, gas analysis, all the information need to be transmitted from one location to another. So coming back to utilities, this is the infrastructure of a utility network. So utility, I already explained you. Utility means any companies which is serving for our life, we can call it as a utility company. So electricity and water company, they have control rooms, substations, automation systems, microgrids, advanced metering, everything is coming as a scope for electronics and communication engineers. So this is one of the core area you can find your job. Okay. The next one. So this is some of the network which you can find in the utility electricity and water networks, the SCADA systems, and the IoT things, and many other things. This is a core part for electronics and communication engineers. The next one, airport systems. I have already explained to you the display management system, the baggage handling unit, the radar systems, and the passenger information systems. Everything will be involved in this series. Okay. Coming back to the instrumentation and automation system. So electronics and communication engineers can work as automation engineers as well, because the majority parts, or I can say 80 to 90 percentage of the 80 to 90 percentage of the this portion will be covered in electronics and communication studies as well. Okay, so when I am coming to construction industry, so there are building automation, smart home, uh, smart grid, smart metering, and this surveillance systems like ELV systems, CCTV, everything will be there. So construction industry also having a lot of job opportunities for electronics and communication engineers. So when we are coming to, so this is the job profile or job opportunities for electronics and communication engineers in construction industry. You can see CCTVs, access control, fire alarms, everything. So in hospitals, you will be having remote patient management systems, patient handling, nurses calls, remote booking, everything will be there. So what did this means? So there is a dedicated computer network, or the communication network is behind all the hospital and medical services. So when you are coming to computer networking, a lot of computer networking jobs are available in the market. You need to study about Wi-Fi, switches, routers, wireless networks. So you can learn those things and get into networking jobs. Then transportation field, as I have explained already, it's all about CC radars, fast tags, and Wi-Fi systems, smart parking. Everything is involved in the transportation field. So IoT, IoT is everywhere. Even whenever you're going to transportation field, retail, science and technology, education, any system can be connected with the help of internet. That's we call an IoT. So for that, you just need to study only one thing, the basic architecture and how it is working. So this many information we have discussed. I just want to share something. All the network, all the industries having a common behavior or common things you need to study. You need to know about a common things. It can be a communication network or a backend network. So my point is, all these industries having same architecture almost, only the traffic which we are sending or the trafficking will be differs. So if you study one network very well, you can work in all the industries. So this is the intimation or intention of this training or this orientation program. So we run a training program which cover all the aspects of all these industries: IoT, oil and gas, telecom network, mobile communication, everything will be covered in this training program. You can try to get a job in any of these industries with this training program. So in this training program, we cover the professional training, the practical sections, the projects from different live companies. Let's say in Saudi Aramco, we have some project. From Etisalat, we have some projects. From Dubai airport, we have some projects. From Deva, we have some projects. So we do a training program with classroom sections, online classroom sections, practical sections, and project management project sections. Okay, so whoever want to enroll for the training program, they will get the telecom skills, networking skills, the project management. I have explained to you everything. So in this training program, there are five technical modules. The first technical module will cover the communication architecture. The second technical module will cover the networking architecture. And third module will cover about the telecom architecture. And fourth module will cover about the ELV system, which is using in everywhere. Fourth module will be ELV, and the fifth module will be project management section. So you guys are telecom guys or electronics and communication. You guys are fitted with your technical knowledge. You need to know about the management sides as well. You need to study about the management sides as well. So we will help you to to clear your management levels as well. The project management, how to prepare method statement, how to prepare a tender document, how to do an estimation, how to do a survey. Those kind of skill will be improved. That will be beneficial for you to find your job in either in your home country or abroad. And moreover, once you completed your training program, you will get a Dubai government certification from us, which is most valid for most valid thing in the training program. A Dubai government certificate, which will be valid and which can be shown in any Gulf countries without checking with anyone. You can take those certificate without any attestation, and you can check the authenticity of the certificate by clicking, by linking the in the certificate. If you want to get the certificate sample copy, we can share the sample copy. There is a QR code. You can scan the QR code, and the QR code will lead you to the Dubai government website, and you can see the authenticity of the certificate. So once you completed your training program, we will try to make your professional CV. Now you guys having CV, maybe that is not a professional one. We want to make sure that the things which you have studied in the training program has accommodated in your professional CV. We need to make your CV attractive, then only you will get selected by the companies. So once you completing your training program, we will prepare your professional CV and give you interview training. How to search for the job, what are the methods for searching jobs, what are the skill you need to know, how you will search, what are the best method, and we will give you maximum reference from the companies which we already placed the students. So these are some of the companies we are targeting to enroll the trainees after the training programs. Either we will try to enroll on these companies, or we will try to enroll the students in some of the companies who are working for these kind of good reputed companies. So these all about the things. If you guys having any question, please don't note it down the WhatsApp number. Please come back to this WhatsApp number if you have any questions. Please note it down the number. Please +9715647649296 is the WhatsApp number. Any queries related to the training, certifications, and the job support, everything, you will get the information from this one. Okay, so let's have a question answer section. Okay, so please come with the, if you have any questions, please ask. If you have any questions, please ask now. If you have any questions, please ask now. So I have shared one link where you can register as well. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Please ask if any question. Please ask if any question. Please unmute yourself and ask your questions. Please unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm fresher in electronics and communication.
Okay.
So how much percentage I can expect for getting job after this training?
See, let me tell you. Once you are fresher, you want to enroll for this training, and you need to acquire maximum knowledge from the trainer. Okay, maximum knowledge in the sense you have to study all the modules, and you have to do the projects. Once you completed the projects, or once you finish your training, you will have an idea about all the industries which we have already discussed in the training program so far. Okay, so after that, you need to try for the jobs. The job trying is not an easy process. Sometimes the guys will get the job in 3 months time. Sometimes it will take up to 6 months. You need to have a continuous try. So whenever you are trying, you need to make sure that you are trying in the right direction. That means your CV is a professional one. All the relevant contents are incorporated in the CV. Okay, all the relevant contents are incorporated in the CV, and in irrespective of different job profiles. Let's say now you are applying for an ELV engineer positions. In your CV, you need to mention about your ELV experiences. The next job profile, you are applying for an fiber optic engineer. So you need to mention about that experience. So that skills you need to have. Okay, which profile how we can approach the interviewer. The interviewer will give maybe a 5 minutes or a 1 minute chance. Within that 5 minutes or 1 minute, you need to impress the interviewer that you are the right guy for that job. So you need to have skills, you need to acquire skills and try for the jobs. So don't worry about all the engineers. Those who are working now are freshers at any point at some time. Sometimes everybody was pressure, like you, everybody was pressure. Everybody was struggling to get their first job. So that is true. That is true everywhere. It is a known fact that the first job will be tough for everyone. Hope it is clears your doubt. Any more questions, please? The training program will be an online, and it will be flexible. All the contents will be shared to you guys through WhatsApp or email. And if you miss any sessions, you will get the recorded sessions, and you will get the PPT or the PDF for the notes, and you will get relevant software to practice. There will be project sections, there will be practical sections. You need to work on softwares, you need to work on stimulation sites. So it's really a practical live project oriented training. Okay, any more questions? The training program fee will be 1500 AED plus VAT. 1500 AED, you can check in Google. AED means UAE dirham. So because that the program is delivering from Dubai, the fees will be counted in dirhams. You can pay from your country in your country's local currency. Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? Please ask. Those who want to register, you can yeah, it's an online section. It's an online section, and it will be flexible. Every week the section will be there will be 2 to 3 sections. So each section will last for 2 hours, 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and the recorded session will be available after the class and will be shared with all the participants. And once you're finishing the training program, all the guys will get Dubai government certificate, which is very valid for getting jobs in Gulf countries. Yeah, you can register. Please note it down, this number +971. Please note it down, this number 97156 476 4296. So please WhatsApp to this number, and if you want to register for the training program, we have a batch starting in the 1st of May. Okay, the 1st of May, we plan to have a batch. Each batch will only accommodate 5 students. So because it will be a 1-to-1 section with the trainer, and you need to submit your assignments on regular basis, because there will be live projects. The live project from Saudi Aramco, Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, Etisalat, Dubai Airport, Kaharama, Qatar Petroleum will be shared with you guys. So you need to work on those projects. This is what I mean by live projects. Okay, so those guys, they want to enroll for the training program, please revert us to this number. And those who I missed the section, please revert to me in this WhatsApp number. We can share you the recorded section of the orientation sections. Okay, and more or those who are interested, they can ping on WhatsApp, and they want to know what are the projects, live projects, which we are going to give you training. The live project, the project from Saudi Aramco, the project from Itisalat, the project from Diva, everything will be shared with you. After the project, the interview, see that there are many kind of interview process, or many kind of methods you can get the job. The best important method is the referral programs. So we have many referrals available from our old trainees or from our clients. They have some they have some job openings. They will let us know that we have an opening for communication engineers. So we used to refer those guys. And the second and third methods, the students, they try for jobs and they found some job opportunities in some companies. They will come to us, okay sir, we have an opening I found in this company. So if we know the, if we know about some companies, we know how to train you for the interview. Let's say if you have an, for example, we have an interview for Itisalat fiber optic team. So we will give special training or special coaching for the interview guys. Those who are trying to get those interview, we'll give them special coaching. What are the questions? We know what are the questions they can ask, how you can tackle that one. Those kind of things will be explained. So it's a joint effort to find the job. We will do our level best and you guys want to do your effort. Okay, so we are an ethical institute. We don't give any fake commitment like 100% job opportunity or 100% we will place. We will try to give you maximum effort to find your job. Ultimately our aim is to give you job either in your home country or any abroad countries. That may take, sometimes it may take 1 month, sometimes it may take 3 months, sometimes even it may take 6 to 1 year time. All the time we both team, our company and you guys need to work on that one. But don't worry, in any certain time you will get the job in core field, not anywhere, in the core field itself. We want you guys to need, you guys need to be placed in a core field, not anywhere, not in a sales company, not as a sales engineer. I don't mean that sales engineer is a bad position, because our training is for technical. So we need, our trainees need to be placed in some technical companies. Okay, so is there any more questions from your side? Any more questions? Please ask. We have a limited time for the question and answer section, and then we will wind up the class. Please ask if you have any more questions. So what you can do, if you have more doubt, you can reach to this number through WhatsApp. Okay, if you want to register for May batch, please message to that number and we will enroll. It will take you enrollment and will give you the further proceeding or the agenda for the trainings. Okay, so thank you for attending the session and have a nice time.